All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to you, Akim, going out throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth in all sincerity, putting your life on the line and risking your life to do so for the elect's sake, and through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, the brother Tawab Ash from Great Millstone Northwest. And yeah, I got a quick video. I just want to get into a couple of scriptures. Just quick bangers, man, and get up in and out of here. But it definitely needed to be said because this is the second time I've seen this news clip of Tom Wheeler talking about the microchips. I did a video on it not too long ago, but I'm gonna jump right into this video, and then we'll jump into this some scriptures as well. Lord willing, this is edifying for the elect's sake.
From Studio 4 in the world headquarters of RT America in our nation's capital, this is the news with Rick Sanchez.
Good evening. I'm Michelle Greenstein filling in for Rick Sanchez. 5G, the next generation of wireless technology, is much more than just faster internet. It's the groundwork for the Internet of Things.
Yep.
A system
And we
through
always
which
hear
everything
the apostle for the longest time always goes into the Internet of Things, right? That's what the internet was set up for initially.
from your heater to your dishwasher to your door lock to your car lock will be connected to the Internet. Here's the former head of the FCC.
If something can be connected, it will be connected in the 5G world. Autonomous vehicles, smart city energy grids, transportation networks, and water systems. Hundreds of billions of microchips. Vehicles, smart city energy grids, transportation networks, and water systems. Hundreds of billions of microchips. The 5G microchips, the 5G vehicles, smart city energy grids, transportation networks, and water systems. Hundreds of billions of microchips. The transportation networks and water systems.
Microchips, right? For you people, for your animals,
microchips,
for your for everything you have, all of your things.
Corners of our country.
All corners of our
Now,
country.
every device being connected to the Internet means that every device is a way for the state and corporations to spy on you. Don't take it from me. Take it from James Clapper, the former director of National Intelligence, who said that intelligence services might use the Internet of Things for identification, surveillance, monitoring, location tracking, and targeting for recruitment. Or from David Petraeus, the former director of the CIA, who said that these technologies could lead to rapid integration of data from closed societies and provide near continuous, persistent monitoring of virtually anywhere we choose.
This devil's
Near
slick,
persistent
man.
monitoring.
Selling
This
it as a
sounds like
good thing.
new
Listen to
era
his
of
word, man. That's that new
surveillance.
speech.
Perhaps this is why the U.S. is concerned with China's leadership in the 5G race. Perhaps it's why a former Treasury Secretary and former CEO of Goldman Sachs wrote a New York Times op-ed saying, quote, "It's time to catch up." And perhaps it's why the U.S. government is ignoring 5G's possible health effects. What health effects? Before we get into that, you should know that this weekend the New York Times listed a 5G conspiracy as one of the things we learned in science this year. What is that conspiracy? The Times says the heart of it is right here, on this network where we make, quote, alarming claims about 5G technology. And maybe there is a conspiracy to paint 5G as harmful to human health and the environment, but if that's the case, then the UN itself is involved. The UN's World Health Organization actually classifies radiation from wireless technology as a possible carcinogen. Although many say this classification is not strong enough, like Dr. Anthony Miller, longtime WHO advisor, who in 2017 said the evidence indicating wireless is carcinogenic has increased and can no longer be ignored. Now in Germany, researchers studied 1,000 residents who lived close to 2 cell towers for about 10 years. The people living within 400 meters.
Oh man, this is talking about people living 400 meters within cell towers are 3,000 times more likely to get cancer than somebody who doesn't live as close to the cell towers, right? So now they know all of the physical harm, right? Let's get into the spiritual harm that this will do, right? And only for the nation of Israel. You so-called Negroes, you so-called Latinos, Salakia, you so-called Native Americans, you Seminole Indians, right? You children of the Lord. This RFID microchip is detrimental to you because you are chosen by the Most High Yahweh as a special people, a peculiar people unto himself. And he loves you above all of the other people that are on the face of the planet, according to Deuteronomy 7:6. And he made a covenant with you. And by you taking this allegiance with the so-called white man, you're breaking that covenant with Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Right? This is Revelation 13:16. He causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. Now, when you go into that word mark on in Revelation 13:16, we all know it, like we've been doing this forever, right? But just in case, right? Charagma, which is a cutting, insertion, right? A stamp, a mark, idolatrous, things carved, graven work, a sculpture, figure, statue, graven, mark, etching, right? But when you go into the root of this word charagma, it goes into, let's see here if I can find it, that graven work, or that stamp, imprinted mark. That imprinted mark goes into the word carne, right? Cut, flesh. It's going into flesh, right? So that charagma is an actual incision of the flesh, right? Scratching, etching, karax. There it is, karax. Charax. Let's hear him say it. I butchered it.
Strong's G 5482. Charax.
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 There we go. The charax. Right. Same thing. A pale or a stake, a palisade or a rampart. A pale in between the earth, right? So it's like you're setting up palisades for defense, you know, sharp edges sticking out of the ground to stop people from coming into your area. Sharpened to a point, akin to the idea of scratching, a stake, right? And when you look at that, what they put in you to insert it, it's a stake. It's an impalement, right? A palisade, basically, right? So we got that word mark in your right hand or in your foreheads. Now, when you talk about that right hand, it's dexios. And then that word is getting into your allegiance. Yeah, dexios. Pledging allegiance to the so-called white man, which is Esau, Edom, according to the Bible. The right hand, as which usually takes right hand, metaphorically, a place of honor or authority. And you're giving Esau the authority rather than the Lord when you take that chip. And that no man may buy or sell save he that hath the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name, right? So you ain't going to be able to go to the grocery store and buy your groceries. You can't buy or sell. That's not an embargo. That has nothing to do with a doctrine, a way of life, a philosophy, none of that. You can't buy with a philosophy now. But what you can buy with is the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, which is already in all of your buying devices, whether it be in your phone, your debit card, whatever. Right? Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of man, and his number is 666. So this 0 here, this longer line represents a 6 in the binary code, as well as this dark middle one. That's 3 6s, which, that's how you ring up your items that you buy. And the scriptures say you can't buy or sell unless you have the mark. Let's see here. Jakes, man, you gotta be careful. The Lord is warning you for taking this chip. So take heed. You don't want to deal with this. I mean, all the warnings are there, even in the Word. Don't take it because of not just spiritual reasons, but also reasons of health risks. Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants, destruction to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And that's exactly what's going on right now. Esau, Edom, is the physical counterpart of Satan, Shaitan, the adversary of the Lord, right? Which he's not really an adversary of the Lord. He's an adversary of the truth, right? But he was created to be that, right? For temptation's sake, for Jake to go off. They had to be tempted, and the Lord is not tempted of anything evil, nor can he tempt. So he had to create something that could tempt Jake into wickedness. Right, so that's what he created was Shaitan, and he has a physical counterpart on this earth, which is a so-called white man. Right, it just happens to be that way, and the so-called white man is not white. He gave himself that name. He is of the bloodline of Esau, Edom. Right, and this is Revelation 10:8. And the voice which I heard from heaven spake unto me again, and said, Go and take the little book. Oh, I don't think I finished. Yes, I did. No, that's not it. This is Revelation 10:6, and I swear by him that liveth forever and ever, who created heaven and the things that are therein, or where heaven and the things that are therein are, and the earth and the things that are therein are, and the sea and the things which are therein, that there should be time no longer. Right, and that's going into the new heavens and the new earth, because the Lord is going to destroy the current way of things, and he's going to give us a new time, new heavens, new earth, new way of life, new bodies, right? But we got to avoid this RFID microchip, and it's coming. That's why they keep putting out all this 5G information.
Of cell towers were diagnosed with cancer at a rate 3 times higher than those who live much farther away. And then there's the results of the world's largest and most expensive study to date on the link between radio frequency radiation and cancer release. This year, just last year, by the National Toxicology Program, they found that rats exposed to high levels of radio frequency developed cancerous heart tumors. And that's just with today's technology, with 2G and 3G cell phones. But with 5G, we're talking about exponentially more antennas, which means we're closer to the source of radiation at all times. And we're talking continuous emissions, which means constant radiation. And then there's this. An appeal from scientists, doctors, and environmental groups calling for the urgent halt to the deployment of 5G, which they say constitutes an experiment on humanity. As of today, December 23rd, 2019, it has over 180,000 signatories from 208 nations and territories. So here's the point. It's hard to demonize parents who are concerned that their kids are getting cancer from cell towers.
Lord willing,
for most of these folks, they have no savings, and their pension and retirement system is broken.
Like, that's what we look for. We look for that new heavens and new earth. He went to prepare a place for us. We're watching, and that's all we got to do. So until next time, I'm going to say shalom, brothers.